if you behave in any way, shape or form like a victim in front of me, I'm going to call you on it, because I tell people the truth. I'm not going to bullshit you. I give it to you cordial strength, I don't water it down, because I believe that's what seekers deserve. They deserve the truth, not some watered down version of it. I thought we'd start the retreat by giving a warning. I am a truth teacher. I tell people the truth. If you can't handle the truth, you're actually in the wrong room. If you are behaving in a way or mentioning things that are immature, I will be calling you on it. You may feel shamed. You may feel ridiculed, but that's your feelings that you're creating. It's not what I'm doing to you. I just tell people the truth. If people are behaving in immature ways, they need to change those ways, otherwise they cannot play this game of higher consciousness. That is not a possibility. They have ruled themselves out of the game. And so I will be behaving in my normal manner, which is to tell people the truth. If you're too immature to handle it, it's probably best you leave now, because it gets pretty full on. So there's your warning. I hope everyone's satisfied with that and doesn't turn into some whimpering little beast later on who wants to stab me in the back. I will do my best for you to help you get free. You have my totality. I know the way because I got free, and it is not easy. That's why I do not water it down. I have an expectation that you are actually seekers, not wannabe losers. I hope a few people are already insulted. Maybe you should leave now. Are there any questions, any statements or any challenges to this introduction here today? Yes. Yes.
You've said a number of times, I come here not to create peace, but to create chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain a bit why or how that helps with higher consciousness and enlightenment?
Well, if all I do is talk to you about love and treat you very sweetly, you're not going to learn acceptance or let go. We learn acceptance and let go when things get tough, not when things are cushy. So all awake teachers who are fully awake use the device of creating a setup where people go into contraction or resistance to what's been set up, and that gives them the potential to learn to accept and let go in a Buddha field towards the ultimate end of unconditional surrender. Now, if they don't practice it, well, it isn't going to work for them. If they're victim orientated, it's not going to work for them either. They're going to stay in lower consciousness until they die, probably hanging out with other people who are in lower consciousness. Victim orientation is rife in the world. Unfortunately, it keeps people locked in lower consciousness. So I'm trying to teach people to be adults rather than children. And because we live in a world where victim orientation is so accepted, a lot of people don't buy it. But if you want to raise your consciousness levels, there is no other opportunity. If you are a victim orientated person, you have ruled yourself out of the game. You have ruled yourself into suffering until you die. A lot of people won't ever hear this message. If you are hearing it, you are fortunate. If you behave in any way, shape or form like a victim in front of me, I'm going to call you on it, because I tell people the truth. I'm not going to bullshit you. I give it to you cordial strength. I don't water it down, because I believe that's what seekers deserve. They deserve the truth, not some watered down version of it. Higher consciousness is probably the hardest thing that you'll ever endeavour to do in your life. Anyone who tells you it is easy is lying. It is difficult, but it is absolutely possible, because whatever we practice for long enough becomes our default pattern. And so I teach you to practice certain default patterns that will set you free. If you, on the way through, turn yourself into a victim of anything, you are behaving like a total loser, and you will get the just results of being a loser: unhappiness, resistance to life. But you're creating that, not me. I create my reality, you create yours. Nobody can make me feel but me. Nobody can make you feel but you. When you start blaming someone else or something else for that, you're behaving in a childish manner. Anything else?
Yes. If I feel disturbed, unsettled, chaotic.
Like you were this morning.
Yes. So the best thing for me to do is
keep away from an awakened teacher.
no. If I'm taking responsibility for that feeling within myself, would the best thing...
Well, then there won't be a reaction. The reaction indicates you're not taking responsibility for yourself. You're blaming someone else for it.
So there'll be no reaction at all?
No reaction. Nope. There might be a response, but there won't be a reaction. At the moment, there's an awful lot of wannabe enlightened people out there who are actually therapists pretending to be enlightened, who will make everyone feel lovely and rescue them and make them all cozy. But these teachers aren't worth a pinch of salt, because they don't teach you acceptance, they don't teach you let go, and they don't teach you how to surrender unconditionally, which is the doorway to enlightenment. And the reason they don't teach that is because they can't themselves.